Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and to another video. So today we are going to have a quick overview of XeroLinux. It's a fairly new distribution. It came out just a few months ago and it's based on Arch Linux, was inspired also by Arco Linux, and we are going to install it in this video. It's going to use the Calamares installer. It's going to give you the chance basically to build your system the way you want to, and then I'm going to check the desktop on my laptop. So without further ado, let's get going. So this installation is going to be in two parts. The installation itself is going to be on a KVM virtual machine, and then we are going to explore the distro on my laptop, which is on real hardware. So let's get going here. So let's boot up the ISO. I will leave a link to it in the video description below so that you can download it if you want to try this distro out. And so here we are now on the live ISO. So the first thing I want to do, I want to change the display resolution. So I'm going to pull up the terminal here and type in here vset. And there you go. It's now picking up my screen. And I can close now the terminal. Now we're going to explore the desktop afterwards on my laptop. So let's go ahead and start again the installer here. Let me go full screen. And so let's select the language, which is American English, which is fine for me, and click next. So on the next screen, we can choose how we want to build the system. So right now we have the stock kernel, which is already selected. We have also the choice. In this case, I'm going to select AMD, and you can choose also the display manager. For example, LightDM in this case, I'm going to choose LightDM and the GTK greeter and also the settings. Now, Optimus Manager is if you have an NVIDIA card, so I don't have it on my laptop anyway, it's an Intel card, so I'm not going to choose this afterwards neither. You can choose to have the LTS kernel or the Zen kernel as well, which is also available here. We have also the AMD Ryzen kernel available if you want to install that, and also the AMD Raven Ridge kernel. We have also drivers for NVIDIA GPUs if you have an NVIDIA card, and also the LTS versions of it. We have also the open source driver Nouveau. We have also Intel drivers if you want to install it. I'm going to use in my laptop the Mesa driver, which comes pre-installed anyway. We have some NVIDIA tools like CUDA, Bumblebee, and others here if you want to install these. We have also the open source AMD driver here, the AMD GPU in case you have an AMD card. And we have some generic GPU drivers like OpenChrome and Visa. We have also the choice here to install Pipewire and Pulse Audio. In my case, I'm going to select Pulse Audio with all the options here, and then I'm going to click Next. Now here we can select the apps we want to have, so you can install a lot of these if you need them. We have Android tools, we have Audio Studio tools, and many others. So there is a long list here that you can choose whether you want to have these in your system or not. But in my case right now, I don't actually need to have any specific tools. So I'm just going to click Next. And for gaming, if you want to have these, you can of course install some of these packages, which are going to provide you with some games. And then we have some extras, like for example, the Arco Linux tools. If you will check the website for XeroLinux, you will read also that the inspiration for this distribution came also from Arco Linux. We have some extra fonts, and we have also many themes and icons that we can install. So in my case, I'm just going to go with the default here and click Next. And now I can select my time zone, which is already selected automatically here. And that's because I have an internet connection. If you don't have it, you can just go ahead here and select eventually your Wi-Fi if you have your Wi-Fi network. So let's click Next. And we need to select our keyboard layout. So in my case, I'm going to go with my Swiss keyboard and click Next. And here we have the usual choice whether we want to erase the disk or manual partitioning. Again, I have only one disk here in this case. This is the virtual machine, but I'm going to follow the same procedure on my laptop afterwards. You can choose to erase the disk, which is going to erase the disk and install the system, or manual partitioning. Now, erase the disk will basically use the ext4 file system with the EFI partition in my case because it's a UEFI machine, and a root partition with no home partition. So if you want to have a home partition, you will have to go with manual partitioning. So in my case, I'm going to go with erase disk, and I want to create a swap file. And then I don't need to encrypt the system, and I can click Next. And now my full name here to create my account. I'm going to call this Xero and choose a password for my user. And also choose the same password for the admin account, and then click Next. Now we can click install and the system is now going to install. So this is going to take probably like 1 or 2 minutes. So I'm going to pause the video here, guys. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to then install the same way I did here on my laptop and meet you back on my laptop on the newly installed system on Metal. So I'll see you back here in a second. So here I am now on my laptop. So I installed the system also here. It went absolutely okay. I had no issue installing. So the first thing I want to do here, I want to actually pull up my terminal. So you can see here the informations we have by default on this distribution. We are using the newly 5.13 kernel here. So let me clean up the terminal here. If I type in free-h, you can see the system is using right now 1.1 gigabytes of memory. And that's because I have now OBS Studio running here. Otherwise, it should be around the 600, 700 megabytes. Typing in lsblk, we see, as I said before, we have a boot partition here mounted on boot EFI and a root partition. And as we saw already here in the free command, we have a swap file of about 500 megabytes already in the system. So let me close this up and let's have a look at what we have installed here by default. So you can see here we have the latte dock on the bottom of the screen where we have our programs. We have, of course, Dolphin. This is the file manager for KDE. We have Brave browser, which is already pre-installed. We have VLC. We have also the Quantum Manager for theming our desktop. We have the calculator, the terminal, the disk utility. Here we have also BleachBit, which is a useful tool to clean up your system. We have also Timeshift already installed where you can take snapshots of your installation, and of course the system settings. And this is OBS Studio running where I'm recording right now. On the top here, we have our panel. So our panel has a customized look. We have the menu here, and it has, as you can see already throughout the whole system here, a different theming than the default theming for KDE. We're going to look at this in a second. We have here also another tool which is called Panon, which is actually an audio spectrum that you can install here on Plasma, and you will have these bars which are picking up the sound for your microphone. We have here the time in the middle with the calendar, and we have here also the network tools where you can see the network usage and also the icons for our system trays. So we have here Yokewake for the terminal, we have the volume, Bluetooth, the microphone, and also our Wi-Fi networks. So let's open up the settings here and see what theme we are using here. Let's go under Appearance. And as you can see here, we have the theme installed, which is called Sweet. This comes actually pre-installed already with several wallpapers, which is not the one actually used here. It has also default icons. You can see here we have these icons called Beauty Line. We have also other icons already available in the system. And we have also here the cursors, which are called Sweet Cursor. And the same goes also for this Plasma style, which is called Sweet. So this is actually a theme you can download on any distribution to install if you want to do that. So one thing that you might have noticed also during the installation is that you could have also installed some packages from the AUR directly from the Calamares installer. So in this particular installation, I didn't install anything from the AUR, but you have the option there if you want to do so during the installation. And let me open up again the terminal. You can see also the menu bar appears on the top panel. This is very similar to what we have in macOS. And let me clean up the terminal and type in sudo pacman-syy and enter my password and see what repositories we are using here. So we have the typical Arch repositories, Core, Extra, Community, and Multilib. We have the Linux kernels repository. We have the XeroLinux repository here. Definitely some packages, particularly for this distribution. And then we have also some Arco Linux repositories. And this is because, as I mentioned before, this distribution is, yes, it's Arch-based, but it has also inspiration from Arco Linux. So I believe this distribution is pretty new. It just came out a few months ago, and I would say it's still in its infancy. And I like to take a look at these new distributions. I will take a look also at other new distributions in future videos, because I think it's important as part of the community to give an opportunity to every possible distribution to be seen and for the developer to improve it. So I gave already my feedback to this distribution and I will keep doing so. And if you try this out, make sure also that you give the feedback to the developer so that he has a chance also to improve it. From what I see right now, this is a very simple distribution. It's based on Arch. It uses the ext4 file system, so it's a very mature file system. It uses a customized version of the KDE Plasma desktop environment with the Sweet theme, which I believe I see also in other distributions like Garuda. But as you have seen also during the installation, you can choose, of course, many other themes to customize this the way you want. And I think this is just a start. So we will see what XeroLinux will have for us in store in the future. But again, it's very important, I think, that we give the developer feedback so that he can improve his distribution. So here we go, guys. This was a very quick overview of XeroLinux. Again, an Arch-based distro with Arco Linux inspiration. So as I said in the video, this is a fairly new distribution. It's still in infancy. And if you try this out, make sure that you give your feedback to the developer, because that is the only way he can improve his distribution. So I will leave a link to the website also in the video description below. And if you want to give feedback to the developer, do so by using also his social media channels, which are also on the website. Other than that, I thank you for watching the video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up and sub to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to support my work, you can become a Patreon, or if you want, you can also donate via PayPal through my website as well. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.